We're in the charming little village of Tostock now, and this is the Church of St Andrew. And there it is. A beautiful little church. And look at this lovely little lane, flint wall. The gate's already open. Oh, it's just closing with the wind. So we'll go in and have a look at this. Oh, this is really charming, isn't it? We've got the sun with us today. Beautiful, beautiful churchyard. And here we've got a more natural feature, which is some shrubs and a tree. Lovely wooden door there, set in a beautiful, beautiful opening. This solid looking church, and the flint here is interesting. Now they've made the church with two different colours here. We've got napped flint, which is this, which is cut, and then you've got the bits here which are not cut. So we've got sort of black and white effect. It's lovely. And look at this scene. Beautiful. Crosses here, gravestones underneath the tree. Oh, glorious. Look at the setting there. The sun coming through, flickering on the leaves. Isn't that wonderful? Birds singing. Underneath this beautiful big tree. It's fabulous. This part of the churchyard is just left to nature. I'm very impressed with this. Shame about the little brick extension. So at the back here we've got a really monumental monument with a little metal fence all around it. Elizabeth, what's that? Spark.
Widow of Edward Smith, Esquire, of West Bradenham Hall, Norfolk.
So this was somebody important. Unfortunately, the nature is taking over again. Brambles and one thing and another. But look at that. Look at that church from here. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. That's a stunning scene. Ah, beautiful. And the churchyard, you can see, probably ended here at some point. Can you find a scene more beautiful than this? Anywhere? I doubt it. I really doubt it. More headstones there, crosses under the tree. Birds singing, sun shining, beautiful shadows. Graves here, going back to nature. Down here, over there. Some more recent ones here, possibly. Military graves by the look of their simplicity.
Private A. Buckle, East Surrey Regiment, died 8th of September 1915, aged 22.
Got a bench over here to sit in. Whole array of ancient headstones here, all covered in moss. Gravel path to the door. Part of the window's been bricked in there. This looks an old porch. It's a worn little carving there by the look of it. Church has got a lovely porch. It's a nice pattern over the arch with flint and brick. Well, the windows have been filled in by the look of it, just leaving some open openings. Same on both sides. And we've got a wooden ceiling, a very old ceiling with some netting there to stop the birds going up. Very heavy door. And here we find ourselves in a very impressive church with a beautiful ceiling. Truly wonderful ceiling. At the bottom of the tower there's a balcony with a bench, and then we can see all the pulls for the bells. A lovely arch. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. That's wonderful. All painted on the wall. And you can see the way this ceiling's been made and the beautiful decoration and wood around it. There's another motive here. Ye shall reverence my sanctuary. And here is the font with a cross in wood lying down and a dove of peace. That's lovely. We've got a main aisle which is carpeted and rows of pews each side. They're beautifully carved. Beautifully carved. I'm not certain what the age of these would be, but they could be Victorian, late Victorian. And then, unusually, each side of these pews, we've got little seats, benches at the side here, running up the full length. The windows are all plain. They're frosted and plain leaded. All the cushions here, all been made individually. This is lovely. Candles here. It's fabulous. And look at the view. The stained glass window at the back, under the tower. That's a lovely view. On this side of the church we've got two alcoves. And here we've got something. Let's have a look. We will remember him That's a lovely painting. That's just beautiful. Very much of its time in style. Absolutely beautiful. And as we step in here closer to the altar, there's a chandelier hanging from the ceiling. This is slightly different, this ceiling. Wood again and beautiful. Carved. Here again we've got plain windows each side. They've got little shelves by the look of it where presumably you could put a vase of flowers. And there is a modern organ here by the look of that. That's very modern. That looks probably 50s or 60s. The door to the outside world. Memorials on the wall. The ceiling changes slightly above the altar. It's clad. It's kind of nice. And we've got stained glass on the window at the end of the church. It's very serene looking. And we've got marble by the look of it inlaid into the floor here. And a lovely arch with little columns at the side. This is a very quiet, serene church, I think it's. Very well cared for church. And the door is very heavy. Come out here to a beautiful sunny day. Glorious view. Birds singing. And all these people at rest. Nice view of the tower with the sun shining on it. Interesting, the variation in the flint. There's a row specifically at the bottom there which is different to the rest. And this again is different. And what am I looking at? Possibly this is older, this part to the tower. The tower perhaps is a newer addition to this church. But there again, I'm not certain. It's just what it appears. In front of the tower, got a little wooden door at the bottom. Quite a complicated doorway. Looks again as if there was a different door there at one time. I would say that perhaps that door was a Victorian addition and there had been a more Gothic or an older door originally, perhaps even just a window. That would be unlikely perhaps. The window, which is the stained glass window that we were seeing, and the housing for the bells up above. But every part of this churchyard is a real picture, beautiful. And the birds are singing everywhere. St. Andrew's Church in Tostock, and I would say that it's a church to be proud of. Isn't that beautiful?